I would just go down to the OR because you get to a point where you just need hands. When 8, 10, 12 patients show up, some are missing limbs, some, have open chest wounds, open abdominal wounds, things like that. You just need hands. And so I've helped operate on kids. I've helped operate on adults. I've run the gamut.
You're a pediatrician.
I am, yeah. I'm a general pediatrician. I do inpatient pediatrics. I do not do surgery usually.
But you are forced to participate in surgery.
Yeah, I mean, mashallah, like the doctors in Gaza
Yeah.
do amazing, amazing work, and they are honestly the ones who've been keeping the people alive. We are just here kind of to try and help boost them. And one of the things I found out after we got here to help protect them. The Israeli military has no problem bombing the hospital when it's just filled with Palestinian doctors. However, when they know that there are foreign medical aid workers in there, they do tend to try and avoid it. In the Indonesian hospital, before they moved in and took over the hospital, they actually forced the Indonesian medical mission to leave the hospital and walk about 3 kilometers on foot. Before they took over Kamal Adwan, they stopped allowing medical missions to go to Kamal Adwan. And so a lot of the doctors we saw were like, we don't even want you to do anything. Just the fact that you guys are here and are able to be here and have not been kicked out is a good sign, is a sign that we're hopefully not going to get invaded, especially with us being the last hospital kind of closest to the north. It was a big deal to the surgeons, operating day and night to save these people.
Thank you, Dr. Mohammad.
Yeah.
ما شاء الله.
So we heard the
الله
news
يكون بعونكم دكتور، الله يساعدكم.
الله يا الله.
كلنا بالهوى سوا، جنين وغزة، جنين وغزة.
Inshallah.
Thank you, Dr. May. So we heard the news that your mission, the time for your mission was over a couple of days ago, and you were planning to, but now you are not being given the permission to leave and go back to your duties and surgeries and appointments for the patients here in the United States.
Yeah, I mean, there's what is it? We're 11 doctors and 2 nurses on this mission. And so these missions are not just for physicians only. If anybody is not a physician, you're always still welcome to apply. The people of Gaza will gladly welcome you and treat you with utmost kindness. The situation that happened, though, is our mission finished, and even though we initially crossed the Netzarim corridor during what, I guess the Israel would consider wartime, we were successfully able to cross it and get into North Gaza. After the war has stopped and there's been a ceasefire, part of the agreement is that they dismantle the Netzarim corridor and that an outside military contractor who is from the U.S. Starts setting up like inspection points there and everything. And so initially, we were told that we can't cross because they're dismantling the Netzarim corridor and they don't have any way to inspect us or anything like that. And it was just weird to me because like we'd already been inspected once. We've already been approved. We're a healthcare mission, and like I saw what the Netzarim corridor's inspections looked like. We were never physically inspected. We literally were just stopped and inspected by a drone and spoke and showed off our passports to a camera in a concrete building. And that was it. And then some people drove by us in Humvees just firing their guns to try and scare us. And so the entire situation is a little bit weird. And then now, after yesterday's hostage trade, the government of Israel is making a big deal that one of the 4 hostages that was released was not the one that they had thought was going to get released. And so they're not going to open the Netzarim corridor. And so there's people, thousands of people who have been lined up on the corridor waiting for it to finally open so that they can be reunited with their loved ones. I've talked to like 4 doctors here who are like, yeah, I was engaged, but then, at the start of the war, I sent my wife, to her family in the South, and like, I haven't seen her in a year and a half. And like, that's traumatic in and of itself. And so these people want to see their loved ones. Like the past 3 to 4 days since they've said that they're going to open the corridor and then back down, the hospital has been relatively empty. Stores have been relatively closed. Everybody's at home preparing their home. Everybody's at the corridor waiting to greet their loved ones. And so they ended up not opening it. And not only that, Palestinians who were close to the corridor, it was still defined as a red zone. And so they were shot at, they were targeted. And so because of all of this, we are also not getting permission to cross the Netzarim corridor. we're going through a lot. I have, my own responsibilities, my own patients that I am responsible to in the US. But ultimately at the end of the day, like it's no more than what everybody else here is dealing with. They've dealt with, a genocide for a year and a half, and now when they're finally so close to being reunited with their families, there just seems to be like unnecessary difficulty that's being added to it. As Americans, it's been shocking to see that, when I reached out to the embassy has told us in no uncertain terms, we have no control over the Israelis, for example. We can't do anything. That's been really surprising, especially Americans on a medical mission. And so I'm not sure when we'll finally get to leave. Hopefully tomorrow, hopefully the day after. We keep getting told, oh, it's going to be the day after. Oh, it's going to be the day after. Oh, it's going to be the day after. And so far, we were supposed to go south Wednesday of last week. And so today is Sunday, tomorrow is Monday. It's been about 5 days since. And so, alhamdulillah, we've been able to continue working here. Actually, I'm here with some of my colleagues. They're inside here. I can switch my camera, maybe.
Yes, please.
Yeah. They're inside over here doing a surgical case for a kid who has a neck abscess. And so these are cases that we would not have been able to do otherwise, if we had left. Alhamdulillah, there is a
Show us around, Dr.
Gazan ENT doctor right there who's working, and one from our medical mission, and then another anesthesiologist from our medical mission, and they're working on this patient. So alhamdulillah, this is just the surgical ward. And so alhamdulillah, we're able to do work. I'll show you like what an empty operation room looks like, but I think everything else has patients in it. That's one of our fabulous mission doctors. Nassim, you want to say hi to the Doctors Against Genocide people?
What? Oh,
Hi.
hey, what's up? How's it going?
Good, good. How about you?
I'm doing well.
MashaAllah, this man has probably saved more lives than anybody on
going,
the mission.
thank you for
MashaAllah.
going to Gaza. Thank you for helping the people. You are our heroes.
No. This is our honor to be here.
Doctors Against
We're
Genocide
honored to
and
be
the
here.
people of
All right.
Palestine. I'm
No
grateful.
No
We're
worries.
grateful for you guys. We're grateful for your bravery, for your moral ethics and obligations.
You guys done getting your statement
I,
already?
I gotta run back to the war, okay?
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Getting your statement? Are you guys done already?
He just wanted to-
Oh, okay.
So they
Sorry.
first came to the Palestinians and no one defended the Palestinians. Now they are coming to the American doctors and they are blocking their space. They're not allowing them to move. And I wouldn't be surprised at one point they will start targeting American doctors like they did with the Palestinian doctors before. And this is how the pathology of the genocide happens. They came for the Palestinians. We were not Palestinians. That's why we did not do anything for them. Then they came for the Arabs. We were not Arabs, so we said, let it go. Then they came for the Palestinian doctors and they killed them, and we were not Palestinians, so we did not do anything. Now they are coming for us. These are sick people. This is a sick country. This is a sick mentality. It has to be stopped. We need to, all of us, join Doctors Against Genocide, join every movement that is focused on ending this genocide before it comes to your turn. By the time you wait until it's to your turn, there will be nobody else left to protect you. So if you really want a better world for all of us, everyone should join, should exert every pressure they have to stop this genocidal, psychopathic country and its supporters in the United States from killing doctors, nurses, children. They've been doing it live stream for 15 months. What else are we waiting for? And for those who are silent, for those who are turning the other way, your turn will come if you don't join us now. And by the time you wait for your turn, we will not be there to help you. So please help us so we can help you. And thank you, Dr. Mohammad. We are really grateful as Palestinians for you, for your team to be there. We honor, your sacrifice. We honor the risk that you all put yourself at to go and help the people, our people in Gaza. And we know how much trouble does it add to you, the fact that everything is uncertain now. You don't know when are you going to leave. You don't know whether you're going to be leaving or not. You don't know if you're going to be safe or not. So the people of Palestine will not forget this. And let's not forget our colleague, Dr. Hussam Abu Safiya, Let's
course.
Absolutely.
let's keep the talk.
Absolutely. We actually went to Command One Hospital, and it's insane. And
Did you?
I posted briefly about just the way the North has looked, but inshallah, when I come back, I'll tell you guys about it. It's just there's nothing left in Command One Hospital, and you can tell it used to be a children's hospital before the war because if anybody's done pediatric care, you know all the pediatric sizes for tools and equipment, and it's just all there on the wall, all burned. All the plastic is melted together. It's a level of war crime that I have not seen or heard of. But no, in response to what you're saying, Dr. Jabor, it is absolutely my honor and my privilege to get to be here with the Palestinian people. Again, they are a strong people who don't need us, and they will survive and stay in solidarity with one another even without us. But it is an honor and a privilege to get to be here and just to participate and live and learn with them, alhamdulillah. And I hope everybody has this chance. Gaza needs doctors, and Gaza needs nurses and engineers and every specialty. And you guys will see it's good for you too. It's not just for the people here. I'm gonna hop back into the case, but thank you all so much. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Dr. Mohammed. Stay safe. Inshallah, we'll hear back from you soon. And I'm gonna tell this to people who have no roots. I'm gonna tell this to countries that were built on genocide. I want to tell this to people who think that everything is life is a business transaction, that we, the Palestinian people, are dignified people. Our roots are deep in history. We existed before your countries were even a thing. For anyone, especially President Trump, to think of us as just another transaction that he can undertake goes against everything we, the Palestinians, or all dignified people in the world stand for. We really acknowledge your contribution to the ceasefire, and we urge you to continue on this path of dignity, peace, equality for everyone. Hold those who committed the genocide and the perpetrators of genocide accountable, whether they are in Israel or in the administration here that preceded you. We urge you to be on the right side of history. You say that you are a man of peace and you want to make peace. We all know that peace does not exist without justice. We know that justice is the most foundational prerequisite for any peace. And justice means that all Palestinians, every Palestinians who continue to be there on the historic Palestine, or people who were forcibly displaced, need to go back to their home with full right of return, full human rights, full ownership of their land, and everyone else comes second. That is justice. And that is the only way to build peace on. Anything else is not justice. It's not going to be peaceful. We really urge the coming administration to learn from history and to stop their racism, their supremacy, their sense of entitlement, and to stop following fake books and fake history that has been manufactured by Christian Zionism and by genocidal Zionism, and to go back to the world where everyone in the world is equal, everyone has the same human rights, everyone is treated the same. We need to build a better world, not to go back with a fake history that has been revisioned and manufactured for the last 3,000 years. We, as Doctors Against Genocide, demand the complete protection of healthcare workers. Please join our campaigns, Not Another Child, Not Another Hospital. We want an end to the genocide that continues to be perpetrated now in Gaza and in Jenin. Please join the Sick from Genocide campaign. We need the release of our colleagues, Dr. Hassam Sophia, his friends, his colleagues. We need the perpetrators to be held accountable. We need peace keeping forces deployed immediately to protect the civilians before Israel breaks the ceasefire and start the bombing again. We need explosive teams, international explosive teams, to go to Gaza immediately to take care of the unexploded munitions there to protect the children, because we feel that the children are going to be the biggest victims of these American unexploded bombs that the American people paid with their money.